Alright, welcome back to another episode of WorldBox Nation Battle Royale. And I've tried to make this make this video using this map for I think this is the third time now, and I hope the third time's the charm because this map is quite weird, honestly. So basically what we have here, I'm gonna have to save this just in case, is the map of Attack on Titan. You can see Eldia in the center of the map, and I put down a bunch of, well, in fantasy they would call these guys savages, but they are a civilization, alright? We have Goblin Kingdom, we have the Hive, the Lizard Tribe, and the Clan of Orc. Now, the original map does not have rivers that is, you know, quite expansive like this. I have to expand it a little bit so that, you know, the map would be usable. And I think this is the third time I've tried this, and finally they decided to make a port, so I definitely have a lot of hope here for the map to be, you know, kind of usable. So the theory is, as the race expand over here to each of these places, they're gonna build a port, and they're gonna be able to enter the inside of the wall without, you know, without me having to, like, you know, put down a bunch of like entrance or crack in the walls. Okay, so word law. Aside from the usual stuff, there's also the 100 people maximum limit because the map is huge, and if I do not have a limit, then the people are gonna be like freaking tens of thousands of people gonna be living inside the map, and it's just gonna like lag the game into unplayable territory. So yeah, kind of like the moon map, you know, have to go for the same kind of thing. So first of all, I have to show you guys that yeah, ports have been built here. Originally there weren't any ports, so kind of took a while, but then, you know, finally the human decided to make a port. I have to expand the rivers to connect everywhere, and as a result, some of the buildings here are kind of unoccupied because of the, you know, lack of people living in it. There. And I hope that these guys will be able to also kind of like try and expand into the water places. Seems that the Hive have been trying and doing pretty well. Let me check over in the town area. Seems that only the Gobs and the Lizards have tried to expand in terms of like territories. New towns. Anyways, the human does have a lot of ships here, so they might be able to get out of the inner wall. Human, of course, having a lot of advantage, but I hope that because of their semi-isolated, yes, they gotta be kind of like hampered by that a little bit. But it seems that some of the humans have already made it outside the wall. For example, this guy somehow have made it outside. My nose is kind of stuffy again. Alright. Well, it seems that the human, of course, also have, like, you know, absurd knowledge, culture. Meanwhile, these guys have, not much of anything. Now it seems that we have a human settlement here. Gotta be able to set up soon-ish. Where are they going? Here it is. Kind of break out of the wall here. Let's put it on sonic speed. Oh, Eldia just kind of like split in half here as Great Ukasak have appeared now, and the fight is on, at least inside the in a wall. How you doing, goblins? Average. Ah, the second territory. It's kind of expanded a little bit. I wonder. Oh my god, Solab hegemony has appeared. Now in yeah, the ship are now the ports are now kind of split. We have a port for Solab and a port for, I believe, Eldia. But I think the Eldian ship have already been destroyed. I don't see it anywhere. Now, of course, Solab hegemony looks kind of like intimidating now as they have naval capability, but still, Eldia is still the largest kingdom. Of course, they also have, you know, the outer wall territory, but the lizard tribe have also breached into the wall. So expect a lot of fight between the lizard and these guys. Now the lizard, without having ships, they will not be able to reach Goblin Kingdom. So I have no idea why they are trying to like declare war against the gobs. Ah, Goblin also breaching the wall, and they have reached a waterfront. Can they build a port there though? That's gonna be the question that I will be asking. A lot, because you know, I'm kind of expecting them to build ports and enters inside the wall, or else it's gonna be a very boring, isolated fight. As expected, the goblins are just standing there doing nothing. A new kingdom, Maypor, was founded. Okay, interesting. Eldia seems to be expanding outside of the wall of the first and second wall here, just to escape the inner wall politic and you know, petty squabbling. Ah, yes, the goblin have made a port over there. Interesting. We're gonna have a good fight then. So far, the ports have only been used for trade. Oh, Orc have also reached a waterfront, and they have made a port immediately. This is gonna give them a lot of nice trade, and perhaps access to other areas of the world. So far, the goblins have only been able to make small fishing vessel, but that might change if given enough time. The goblins are already at war against Great Ukasak, and although ships are still trading in the area, they might also be doing other stuff like invading. Eldia have somehow made it out of the way here. Realm of the Odigok have also become a separate kingdom from Eldia. The lizard have finally made its way to the water, but that place is not gonna be able to build. You're not gonna be able to build a port there. The hive have also reached the water. Now, because of the limitation in population, there's gonna be a lot less people to actually declare war. Okay, we see a orc landing ship just kind of like goes somewhere, I don't know. And a lot of the orcish troops are also running towards that ship, boarding it. And they're going inside. Where are they dropping? Where are we dropping, boys? Going... Oh, they're going up north. What the... Okay, and then they... Ah! Very interesting. Now they have entered the goblin territory and wreak havoc. Maybe because, maybe they are trying a sneak attack, you know? They dump the troops up here and then they have to march all the way back down. Instead of just going straight into the area here. Who knows? Could have been a strategy. Or could just be stupidity. Who knows? The Hive have yet to make a port here. Maybe it's small. Too small to make a port. Who knows? I hope it's not. I mean, this is smaller and, you know, port is still being built. Although the goblin port have been destroyed, that's gonna limit a lot of stuff. A lot of trade for the gobs. So far I've yet to see this kind of area having ports built. Maybe the water is too shallow, who knows? The Hive is probably the most isolated kingdom by now. The Goblin have split off into Ak Horde and same with Ia Ora Keepers for the lizards. Could be making this water a little bit deeper to incentivize the building of ports. Let's see if they decide to build ports here and over here as well. Ah, port have been built in the north, so it does not have anything to do with the depth of the water. It seems maybe it's more or less the connectivity of that said water body. So the Hive have also made a port now, although not over here for some reason. Oh well, I'm just gotta leave them to their device. In the meantime, if Eldia is not dealt with, they will be the longest surviving kingdom. Because they have existed long before my kingdom. The kingdoms I put down in the corner. The Hive is also being split apart, although the split up body is a little bit small compared to the other ones. I will attempt to do a little bit of terraforming over in this area. Maybe to incentivize the building of a nice little port. Just eliminating all these small islands thingy. And over on this side. There. Probably not gonna change much of anything. Orc Ord. Red Ord. Interesting naming. Man. Wait, what happens to the Orc Kingdom? They got the clan of Orc is a little bit in trouble here. Completely contained by clan of Nektos. Although with a relative small size of population, things could change very quickly in favor of the smaller kingdom. Or not. Well, clan of Orc was destroyed. First of the original kingdom to go down. The goblins are doing better than I expected. Oh my god, Obu Mountain just completely kicked out the hive from the majority of the population of the territory in here. Eldia have declared war on the lizard tribe. Could it be the chance to permanently remove Eldia? Probably not. The southern area of the map is rather limited because we see no ports going in and out of this location. Ah, yes, I have figured out why. Because of this stupid little thingy. Alright, it's... the water is now connected, right? So let's build some ports. Come on. Are there any other connecting parts that I need to be worried about? No, not really. How about over here? Well, I don't see any things to worry about. Alright, back to the overworld. It seemed that the realm of the Odigok was attacked, I think, by the orcs. Obu Mountain War and the hive are sharing the territory over in this corner. The Goblin Kingdom still doing quite well, despite, you know, general goblin shenanigans. How are you doing? Relatively well for goblins. This is the only port here in the east, and there are no port being built over here in this area. Oh, never mind. Finally, someone decided to make a port. Although, who is this? Gozek. One of the orc tribes, it seems. This place is still dried of any human activities. I don't see any river areas that are blocked up for me to, like, you know, connect. Maybe it's this place behind buildings. Oh, this? Yeah, that's why. That's why. Oh my god. Okay, and immediately a port was built. Damn. Okay, the problem solved. I couldn't see that tiny little pixel. But finally the world was connected. Around the Odigok down 6 people. Eldia still kind of like huge, not gonna lie. But Great Ukasak also is trying to remove that old area kingdom. What year are we on? Kind of like nowhere near the halfway point yet. Oh man, this map is kind of a mess right now. Also, Ram's already got down to 4 people, so you know, prepare to say goodbye. The orc just loves to fight, huh? What happens here? 5 people just like contained in this little village? Is this even a village? It's like a refugee camp inside the wall. I guess retreating in here is kind of like make them kind of impervious to invasion, huh? I don't even know what is this little purple thing. I don't want to know. Orc are in fighting. The hive is this area is kind of like depopulated for some reason. The lizard tribe is almost united. The goblin kingdom still dominating in the north, west, and Eldia still exist. Royal Annaeus, rather. Oh, Kingdom of Ore is dead. I mean destroyed. Well, in the case that Eldia is not done, it's not like destroyed in the at the end. We're gonna check which country kind of like claims the most land. I say as an additional kind of rewards kind of deal. I kind of wonder. This area is not having any ports, so are there any like pixels that I need to be worried about here? Kind of. I think there's like a pixel here. I think. Gonna connect it. And immediately a port. Interesting. It's all because of tiny little pixel, huh? At least the world is a little bit more connected now. Man, this city is like always kind of underdeveloped. Although nobody is starving to death. There just aren't much people around. Only 27 or maybe 16 or whatever. Why? Is this because the farm is kind of shit? And surrounding cities are kind of populated except for this one. And this one has the most land for some reason. Yeah, same here. This village is also kind of depopulated. Oh, never mind. The goblins are super depopulated and the humans are super populated. Alright, back. Eldias getting smaller. Spears of Dane. Man, the Danish kind of looks different today. Kind of looks more scaly. Oh man, Goblin Kingdoms. For the first time, it's not the dominant Goblin Kingdom. If, you know what I mean. Anyway, the Hive is kind of still exists. Lizard Tribe still exist. Green Ass Red Orcs Realm of the oligarchs is still here, despite, you know, the relative small size. The location have kind of protect them from any invasion. Oh, never mind. They're at war. They're at war with the Great Ukasak now. As soon as I paid some attention to them, and it seems that that village is gotta be claimed, gotta be annexed, and it's down. Realm of the oligarch finally dies. Can someone go and, you know, do something to this? To this freaking Eldia thingy over here? Maybe? Culture wise, seems that the hive is still not at the top yet. Goblin as well. Human or on top. What the? Who the fuck are these? Orcs kind of making their way there, and lizards as well. Hopefully, in the next centuries, they might be able to do that to, you know, grab the highest level of the culture. The hive is kind of here. They still exist. So far, we don't see very much kingdom from outside kind of attacking into the human. It's just like, you know, human infighting. Perhaps because of the relative size. Oh my god, look at the goblins corner. It is completely dominated by Akis. Although the Goblin Kingdom is fighting back. Population of green ass here is being encircled. Red Ort, which is green on the color map. Oops. Okay, well, that's almost a crash. Oboom Mountain have sort of seized this entire area, which is only 2 villages anyway, so, you know. Wow, your king only can control 1 village? What a shitty king. Alright, never mind. This guy only controls 4. 3 out of 6. 6 out of 14. 6 out of 12 kills or Titan. 3 out of 15. Alright, green ass is a little bit better. Oki's brother is trying to usurp green ass also. That is interesting. Trading still happening with the between the kingdoms. And the orc just never seems to be making peace with each other. They just kind of like fight. Always fighting, man. Goblins are just shit at... They're just shit at like making... like developing tech, it seems. I mean, they still don't have technology for the port. Look at this. Come on, Goblin. You have docks. Build a port. Somebody have been invading over in this corner. Which kingdom is this? Spear of Danes. It's kind of like aggressive against Great Ukasak. the population would have been 5 times the number of this kind of like, you know, stuff. If I put on the, you know, I remove the limitation for 100 people per village, and it's gotta be super laggy, the game. Okay. Man, the hive just like failed to take over the Obu Mountain, it seems. They were so close, but now it is their turn to be subjugated. Oh, never mind. It's ancient Ehal splitting off instead of you know, being subjugated by the Obu Mountains. In any case, though, the hive is still in a severely disadvantaged point, being kind of contained in the small area. Although they still do have a port, so that's something. Oh man, this village down here was destroyed. I don't know who have control over that area, but they're gone now. I think that's the royal. I mean, that's the Spear of Danes, the Royal Danes. I was kind of mistaken with the Royal Danish cookies. Speaking of the Royal Danish cookie, I have just figured out some really disturbing facts. Not about, you know, the cookies itself, but more like about the manufacturer. So it turns out that in Southeast Asia, over here, the brand of cookie that called itself, like, you know, authentic Denmark, authentic Danish, rather, not Denmark. What am I talking about? Authentic Danish recipe. Okay, and it's called Danisa. So, you know, name is Danish. The tin, where, you know, usually you would see grandmas having like putting you know, a little bit of a sewing kit inside. You know, but I'm talking about the advertising. You know, the what is it called? The art on top of it. You know, it's Danish. It's like, yeah, good old Danish family having fun, and then like Danish imagery, and like, you know, advertising is all Danish stuff, Danish people eating cookies. And then turns out, I figured out on the Wikipedia, it turns out that company that makes that cookie is Indonesian. So like, the cookies is like made in Indonesia, okay? It's not like, you know, oh, they just outsource, the Danish that outsources to Indonesia. No. Like the freaking creation of that company and the brand is in Indonesia. So it's like, holy shit, I've been fooled my entire life. I thought that, you know, the Danish cookie is gonna be Danish. No, the real Danish cookie is called Royal Danish or Royal Danish, whatever you spell it. But yeah, that's advertising for you. Always lies and misinformation. Oh my god, look at this. I have been turning away for a little bit and the inner wall had been breached. Great Ukasak is now in danger. Who is attacking? It seems that August brothers, Green Ass. But mostly August brothers. So the orc have been going in here and desecrating the town. Just completely eradicate the the southwestern corner. And then Green Ass is moving in. Both of the Orc Kingdom are kind of like moving into the open area now. And it seems that Green Ass is kind of boarding their warships. Where is they going? And the hive of, I mean, the lizard kingdom of Sea Moira children have blocked the access to the ocean from the lizard tribe, at least in the in the eastern corner. This is still active, the port. Okay, green ash is moving into the inner wall now, and for the first time, it seems that the inner wall has become a battlefield of not just the human. The hive is once again trying to overthrow the oh, they kind of succeed. The Obum Mountains. They might be able to completely eradicate Obum Mountain here. That village over here was destroyed. I believe it's from Akes, a goblin village. How did you claim that entire village and still only have 65 population? What is this population density? Who is in here? Maybe this village is like kind of like poor. You know, it's like. Let me check. Mauer, 22 people. How's the taxes? Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Minus 19. You guys are... The hive are just not good at like managing their budget, it seems. I mean, all the other kingdoms still are kind of like, you know, even though... Okay, this one is kind of shit also. This one also shit. I've already checked that. Okay. Well, maybe just the moderate race being kind of ass at like managing their economy. No. Even the human here also kind of struggles. So perhaps there's some sort of shortage going on with the human, with the, you know, food resources and stuff. Maybe trading is not going well. So it seems that most kingdoms are struggling with their budget. The economy of this in this game is kind of like an overlooked aspect. I hope that in the future the the one guy who's working on this game is gonna be doing something more with the economy. For now, it's just like an afterthought, I think. Well, it's kind of important. It does, you know, dictate whether or not a kingdom can develop, but we don't see that kind of like information anywhere on the map. And you know, having to check whether or not a kingdom is like kind of like in an economic recession every time. And we have to pause every time. It's gonna be a little bit annoying, you know. Also, I still don't understand how the economy works in this game. I get that, you know, it's gotta be able to support. For example, like having more buildings means that you're gonna have to pay more upkeep. But other than that, I don't really know what is the importance, you know. Perhaps because of the, you know, lack of population due to the world law, most kingdoms are struggling as they don't have enough population to actually work in each kind of like area of the economy. Like, for example, you need the workers to build buildings, and you need the farmers to like farm, you need a warrior to fight, all that kind of stuff. Ships are autonomous. Don't look at, you know, don't it's simulation. It really doesn't really matter. No, but there are no ship captain or whatever. It's just like, you know, it's kind of autonomous. So in a game mechanic kind of sense, the ship doesn't really need people. So there's no sailors kind of faction, no faction, but like, you know, job. There are no there's a king job and a governor job, but doesn't it's just like two people, so, you know, don't really count. And then there's the... I don't know. I don't really know what matters in this game, you know? Okay, what's happening here? Seems the orc is kind of like... Wow, will you guys, like, you know, remove these fucking disgusting buildings over here or not, huh? Are you gonna live with the ruin? Rotting ass buildings? No, not really? Okay, whatever. What year is this? Oh, we're kinda reaching the end. Obu Mountains somehow still exist after all these times. Although, I can tell they are struggling. They have only 7 people. With food we live. Well, I don't think you have any. Never mind. But the yearly tax is fucking shit. Okay, so upkeep building is like -11 right now. So maybe, if possible, there might... Could there be like a... Wow, even that port is not even able to, like, you know, being built. Could there be like a choice for the you know, villagers to actually like remove buildings from their territories, so, you know, they wouldn't have to pay much taxes if they don't use it. I mean, these buildings are not being used at all. There's only 8 people, and look at how many buildings there are. How many houses? It's not gonna much. Not gonna do much of anything. Alright, so far I think Lizard Tribe have kind of succeeded the most as one of the 4 kind of savage tribes, at least in terms of like uniting the area. For the most populous, I have to say the orc are doing the best here. I think there's something wrong with the AI of the modded race, where they kind of like don't interact very well with the world law of, like, you know, 100 guys per village. Because I see that the kingdoms, the modded kingdoms, they aren't really pumping out people. They just keep losing money to upkeep. Alright. What year is this? Okay, we have 15 minutes left. Maybe in the last 100 or so, maybe not 100, that's gonna be long as fuck. Maybe in the last 10 years I'm gonna, like, you know, remove the cringe inhibitor. Wrong. I'm gonna remove the limitation for villages population and see if there are any changes. This scenario is kind of like it's not very standardized, is it? I mean, rules of law kind of changes. I keep interfering to make more waterway. So yeah, perhaps we will have to do something in the future to kind of like replay this scenario so that it would, this map, so that it would you know, be a little bit more fair towards the kingdoms. For now, let's just treat this as a test run, so to speak. The hive is once again back down to the tiny little kingdom here. Oh my god, I got choked. I was like, you know, I was choked by water. I drowned myself with, like, drinking. Gee, what happens? Holy shit. Anyway. Oh, we're about to reach 13,000 years. Oh man, look at this. Ickban is like solely the reason why Blood of Dazarat is like not having any well, maybe not just them. Okay, they just reclaimed that port. I was gonna say that Ickban is like, you know, making a nice little move there and kind of block Blood of Dazarat from the trading port. But it didn't really turns out that well for them, is it? I think I had kind of figured out why the modded race are kind of like doing worse in terms of population, because the population density is shit. I mean, look at this. Also, this village here was just destroyed. Look at this. Each of the village of you know, the non-modded race are packed with people. Okay, but each of the village from the modded race are, first of all, the territory are huge, but second of all, they are not very populated. Look at this, and this thing is like gigantic for no reason. So I have to say that the Hive has been doing quite well, surviving despite, you know, not claiming a whole lot of territories. Blood of Dazarat might actually overcompete Red East over there. It's slowly turning into a different color for each corner kind of map here. Alright, we are kind of close to the end now. We only have 300 years left. Not very close, is it? But still. Closer than I would have expected, given the gigantic size of the map. So it seems that the inner wall have been kind of successful at protecting the kingdoms, the inner human kingdom, from threat from the outside. They just kind of like infighting, except for, you know, the southern over here which is overrun by orcs. Great Ukasak is still defending themselves quite well from other invasion, even if the kind of goblins are over here trying to attack. Seeing that they don't have the mental capacity to actually make a proper ship to invade, so, you know, there's that. Solap Hegemony have a nice little hub trading here, which they should probably be able to protect. And Eldia is in a very heavily defensive position. Walls covering in the south, and, you know, north is a river, and in the west is also a river. So, you know, they're kind of like relatively isolated here. Well defended. Man, it seems that the orc are the only race to actually made it inside of the wall. Props to them, but also probably because of the benefit from not having a kind of glitchy AI modded race kind of deal. Let's hope that the blood of Dazurat can actually try to, like, you know, attack the inner kingdoms. As soon as they finish off their rebelling population in Ordus. Never mind. Never mind. It's the orcs. Come on, they're not gonna unite or anything. The lizard, however, have united. Pretty good. Man, lizard tribe is like really good. It's like what? Who's a king? Not exactly what I would expect it from such a united kingdom. Not the UK. No, but you know, the lizard. Well, some could claim that the UK is, you know, full of lizard people, but that's just stupidity. All right, that's just like joke and hee hee ha ha, not real. Greenass Opal Mountains, which mean these guys and these guys are kind of aggressive toward Eldia, but they have no idea how to invade. Opal Mountain, possible. They have ports. Greenass, not possible unless they attack outside of that area and claim a port, or else that's not gonna happen. That what is this? Dat dog fighters. Dat does not want dog. Have dog anyway. Dat and dog. You know what that mean? Kind of interesting. Actually, kind of real too. You know. Actually, kind of makes sense. The Hive have once again marched in to Opal Mountain, trying to take over. Not sure. Oh, they're not trying to take over. What are they even trying to do? Maybe some sort of weird landing operation? Who knows? Perhaps there's a ship there that kind of like waiting to pick them up. Oh, Greenass have declared war on Great Ukasak finally, once again, attacking into this last area here that is still in control of the human. Yeah, that village gonna fall soon, I think. Man, the Greenass kind of like completely remove all the buildings here. Soon this village will face the same fate. This border area will probably face a lot of arrow raining down. Okay, is this place kind of like connected to Eldia in any point? No, not really. I still need ships to actually get there, is it? The territory of the orc is just a mess. I mean, we can see like some order in the other territory. We have, you know, lizard is one united tribe. The hive is like splitting into 3 parts. The goblin is kind of dominated by one tribe at all time, and then you have the orcs who are, you know, like this. What a mess. As always, the orcs will be orcs. maybe that dog fighter can kind of like split the territory of the southwestern corner between themselves and acts of this as soon as they kick out Bad Pit Hook. I think the territory is pretty much set in stone in the inner circle now. The we have the where is this? Northwest corner over here with Great Ukasak taking over this island, and this island. If nobody kind of contests it, you know, they're just gonna like take claim of that area. Solab hegemony have just declared war on Eldia, basically to claim the bit of land that jut out of here. But perhaps they could also make a landing. Oh, that territory in the south of Eldia was kind of like destroyed. By whom? By the orcs of Green Ass. Somehow they have managed to cross the river. Perhaps with help from some other race. Or they could be blasted into that area by a cannon, because I don't see any way for them to actually kind of cross the river. Okay, Solab hegemony just got kicked out from the island over here. I feel like if there are any kingdoms that have the capability to actually defeat Eldia, it's gonna be Solab and Gemini. They can actually access part of the Eldian mainland without using any ships. So far that has not happened. They don't have enough population density. The King Eus of Goblin Kingdom is dead. What a name. Bad Petuk got destroyed. Ah, my prediction was correct. Wait a second, what is this? Solab hegemony have moved into the lizard territory? Uh-oh. That dog fighter is fighting green ass right now. Actually, that's kind of like what I wanted to happen. If the orcs can take control over both a port and a territory that is kind of in the proximity of Eldia, they might be able to cause some ruckus in Eldia by making a landing operation using a ship. Because if not the orcs, then no other race would be able to do it. The lizard are now trying to kick out Solab hegemony from their mainland, and they have successfully done so. That dog fighter is overwhelming green ass. Oh, that dog fighter finally kind of getting aggressive against Great Ukasak now. I think they are even trying to make a landing onto Great Ukasak Island. Green ass down to the last village. But Acts of Diz also want some fun. Is attacking that dog fighters, which allow Green Ass to reclaim some of their territory in the midst of chaos. Leon S. Kennedy. Leon Kennedy have created his own kingdom over here. Sitahari. That's a cool name. Doesn't mean anything, but sounds cool. Oh, who's this? Who's this? Obu Mountain. Somehow have sort of like colonized this place. Weird. Okay. That dog fighter actually came out to be the lesser faction here. The hive has expanded also into this area, which is probably not gonna last long as the lizard tribe is going to kick them out again. Renice just split off from Akabdis. So yeah, orcs just being orcs. If only we see more orc or other race violence, then maybe we can have a little bit more fun. As of now, most of the race are just kind of like in their own corner doing their own thing. Goblin Kingdom was destroyed. Congratulations to Akis for like, you know, completely finished colonizing their entire corner as one kingdom. How's the Gob doing? Level 42. Already finished their entire knowledge tree and have no port. What a freaking... What's... You know, I have no words. Lizard tribes actually having some trouble against Sitahari. Although... Oh, no, never mind. Sitahari just got imploded in terms of like population. Redark bands. Uh-oh. Orcs are pouring into the southeast corner now of the lizard, which means they're gonna be able to easily overwhelm the forces of the lizard tribe. And doing so, they're gonna be able to like kind of like weaken the lizard even more. See, the lizard cannot speak. The lizard have just split off into much. What the heck is this happening here? Oh, green ass still exists, so there was some problem there. I think Eldia is also suffering from an invasion. I see some building being destroyed, some forces being mobilized. Interesting. I mean, we are in the last century. In the last century now, and just now, the exciting stuff have just picked up. Great Ukasak facing from an immense invasion. By whom? That dog fighter. The orcs are finally making move against the human. You can see forces from orcs kingdoms are now landing into Eldia proper. Ooh, the fortress was destroyed. Not good for Eldia. Still have 100 years left, so you know, Eldia might not be able to survive. Oh, look at that! The orc easily overwhelmed the defensive force of the human. Opening Eldia's weakness to annexation from other human kingdoms. Okay, okay. Seems that they are fighting. The Eldian are fighting back a little bit. Oh, nope, never mind. Solar hegemony just eat a huge portion of the land from Eldia. It's a mess right now, and thanks to the orc, lots of stuff have been kind of changed. Lizard tribe still doing its best to reclaim their land, unite their people. Eldia is kind of like trying to fight back and take over the southern part. There we go. Okay, so they had kind of like retaken most of the lost territories. Still at war with Solar hegemony though. Trouble is not over for Eldia, as the fortress was once again been taken over by Solar hegemony. The kingdom of Yathel has finally been put down by Lizard tribe. Rennes seem to be the largest orc faction. Todd Raptor, okay. In the orc corner. But still not able to completely unite orcs tribes. Orc just kind of split up again. Okay, we are down to the last 71 years. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the end now. I have no commentary left to make. I mean, the situation is pretty much kind of like settled. Kind of not, maybe. We have the orc from orc clan still kind of like fighting against Lizard tribe a little bit. Lizard tribe getting owned though. Look at the population is kind of dropping like flies. And that's just like the entirety of the lizard population just kind of throwing themselves at the wall of a tiny, tiny orc kingdom. think the orc have just sort of go and attack one of the high kingdom. Look at that. Kingdom Edom just might just fall here with only 3 people left. Who is this? Oh, it's Solaf and Gemini. It's a human. It's a human attacking Edom. Edom down to 1 person, so might. Yeah, they're probably just gonna fall. 7 years left. Wait, no, not 7 years left. Wrong. Mistaken. More like 30 years left. 40 years left. Okay. Oh, lizard tribes just break apart into Neo-Seari. Who will take over this area? This free real estate right now. Hedril seems to be the opportunistic hive taking over that entire place. But we also have the Orc clan moving in to secure a nice piece of territory. The goblin have for hundreds of years spent their corners, their life in peace. But yet again, war has been brought into the region. Blood of Zapotak split off against Akis and making some new rulers to the land. Not sure what I'm saying right now. Oh, the fortress kind of like partially collapsed here. Man, lizard tribe back to their good old united form once again. I'm kind of surprised the hive still exists. They've spent the most part of the game just gotta sit there doing nothing. The hive actually destroyed that kingdom, Hedril. Orc-Land just gotta hover around this area, just being a little bit annoying to the lizard tribe. Oh, last year, and it's over. Alright, you know, as stated, because Eldia is certainly gonna be the oldest surviving kingdom, I'm gonna check and see, you know, which kingdom has the largest territory, and it seems to be Rennes. We are awesome in the land. Okay, so in terms of territory, Rennes seems to be the largest. And also, you know, population too. Who's the king? Urgrit. Alright. Dustus. We have Ease Urgo. Easy Urgo. Isn't Urgo like a bandit kind of brand? It's like a bandit brand, right? Makes sense. He has regeneration. He's immortal, so this guy's freaking overpowered. Xihu, giant, king of Eldia. Solar hegemony. Luwu, dude is pyromaniac. Okay. Home is capital tower. Great Ukasak. Bitube. Bytube. It's kind of like YouTube, but for you know, binary numbers. Slow pacifist wise. Wait, where are the rest of the kingdoms? Oh, there we go. Akis has a immortal goblin king here. Eki. Evil. Strong-minded. Can't get mad. That's like the dangerous kind. That dog fighter doesn't have a king right now. Guided by honesty. Have we even checked this? Oh yeah. It's Bytube or Bitube. Vegese. King of the blood of Zapotag. Deceitful, slow, gluttonous. Axe of Zepedes. Urktop. Regen, savage, fast, genius, tough. Urkort clan. We have top. It's regen, savage, strong, attractive, genius. For the hive, it's Doom Sapdoom. Dude's gluttonous. Lizard tribe does not have a king for now. Ober Mountain. Immortal Eal. Agile, regen, gluttonous, wise. Golden Tooth, content, evil. Greenass. Reduc. Regen, savage, content, gluttonous, fast, wise. Golden Tooth. Alright, interesting. Honestly, the age of the kingdoms does not matter in this one, as Eldia has yet to fall. And yeah, well, that's probably gonna be it for this video. Although there might be a longer version of this map being used in the future. Who knows? If I have time. But now I don't. I want to play other stuff, and I do want to do other stuff too, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Bye.